Very slow. Nice flag.
I like it when you
Well.
speak slow. It kind
Thank
of
you.
like turns me on.
Representing
Please
the
sexually
representing the city, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. When we start, I'm gonna ask you, you two to ask me to stand up, you lazy sods. I'm not joking. There, a few of you might have been there. We were in a scene, and we were down in the reception. I look behind me. We've got like a full film crew. We have someone with a camera, someone with a boom
Oh
mic.
yeah.
John was crawling on the ground. We have people sat in chairs. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, James. And Isaiah is also got his eyes open, as well as James, in case anyone
Yes.
out of city
7-2 is here with me as one, sir.
Perfect.
And I'm
Perfect,
making
perfect,
notes for
perfect.
anyone who's not here.
Can't believe Dean's not here. It's twice he's missed it now because he's been asleep. Lazy sod. We'll just wait for attendance to get taken, and then we will start.
I'm a slow typer. Go ahead and start.
Okay, that's fine. I will speak slow for Rango's sake because he's a little bit of a drip.
So it's gonna be a 3-hour meeting.
No, probably about a 20-minute meeting because I am good like that.
But Rango's not.
Rango's not there.
It's not me.
How
Okay.
far back are we on these? I think Akari's. Are we on yours? Be on the 11th. I think we're up to when. Yeah. Do you want to just elaborate on that? Just because, so you can let all the officers know.
Like, for example,
Make sure you're in shouting.
For example, last week, there's like 10 cops on, and I was on patrol for like 4 hours and only got one call because, you know, everyone was racing to get the calls.
Okay.
That's
Oh no,
what
I get
mean.
it. I get it. No, I get it on those nights where it's quiet and it feels like we've got an abundance of cops and it's you're waiting for crime to happen. I get it's annoying. It's a fair shout. That's definitely something we can take away as supervisors to make sure we're delegating it properly.
Everybody clock out.
Yeah, that's not me for once. So whoever it is, you failures. Yeah, no, that's definitely a fair shout, Akari. We'll make sure we try and delegate. Obviously, on some nights when it's just a drug call every half an hour, it's going to be a bit naff, but we will try to spread it out. John on dirt roads, I know exactly what this is because I asked him about it.
Can you read out the meeting topic first so that I know what we got?
Akari's was when having a handful of cops, giving other officers opportunity to take calls.
Cheers.
Both of you sit back in your chairs.
I like it when Pedro's an authority. Sexual a little bit. Right, dirt roads with John. So I know exactly what he's on about. This was when this scene went into the little wood chopping factory bit on GOH. And I know Rango had a Corvette on a dirt road. We had other officers trailing in Vicks up mountain dirt road paths. And I said to him, me and John we had a little bit of a chat about this. It's difficult and it definitely won't be a written rule because there's so many different variants of paths. It's like impossible to, defer what car can go on what. But definitely know your limits. Any speed enforcement, I wouldn't want to even see on any like grass type paths or even going over little grass embankments. Because let's be honest, speed enforcement cars lowered. It probably can't even go up curbs. Going over dirt paths, it's not going to happen. Crown Vics, some dirt paths. Again, it's one of those things of knowing your limits, because there are some paths which there's a path that goes up to Mount Chiliad. A Crown Vic probably wouldn't be able to do that, although it's a dirt path and you could get away with it within the city. You've just got to think, would this Crown Vic actually be able to get up this mountain? It's more of just you knowing the car's limits. If you have other officers with 4x4s, try and get them to go first. If there's not, really weigh the pros and cons of going up it, if it's actually even worth it. Just a little bit to take from that of, especially Rango on that Corvette taking on a dirt.
Listen, I thought it'd be alright because it was a dirt, like it was like an actual road. It wasn't. It had a bridge and everything. It wasn't like a little trail.
Bridge and everything. You've heard it first.
It did.
Regardless, you all know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to protect you all from getting in trouble.
So can Vics go out on dirt roads? Just so
certain dirt roads, and it just goes down
it's
to.
more it's more of like the mountains, you know, where there's like you remember Mount Gilead, you know, and climbing like the
So it's
fucking,
pretty much just know the limits of your cars and only
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
on set. Yeah.
There really can't be any written rule because it's either no dirt paths or you allow some. And I can't write down every single dirt path variation there is because there would be hundreds. So it's
What's
just
up,
definitely just
Shayvon?
down to you knowing what you can and can't do. You got D's charge. I presume he means he wants those added. That's fine. He's not here, so I can't question him, but I presume he just wants those added. I presume Riley again, I know where she is. I presume she just wants that added as well. Or fitting a government official. Is that a charge? I don't think it is, so I
What's
guess we
this,
can get that added as well. Just going through the
I
meeting
am
topics,
ready
people
for
just wanting
another
charges
great
added.
night.
Alright, I've got a little bit to
Sounds
say
like
on arrest
to be.
records. So, if you go through, the majority of them are really, like, pretty lackluster, I won't lie. Some of them I've done are pretty naff as well. And it's come quite apparent, the DA's made it quite clear to me
Sleep on the
that we are
sofa and
failing
spend
with
a
arrest
sleep in it
records.
past
And that we're not going to be
few
able
hours,
to
so
hold ourselves
I don't
up
know
in
if
court.
once he wakes up,
Because
he'll
we've just
probably
been
up for the
brought
rest of the
one
night,
which
so I'll
happened a
be
few
with
months
him,
ago, and I can't remember it 'cause I got the memory of a
I'm
goldfish.
sure.
So I'm relying on Rango to remember it.
At the
Which
moment,
again,
I'm trying to
no
figure
hope.
out where
And
this
the
order
arrest
came from,
record,
but I didn't
unfortunately, at the
order.
time that unfortunately, at the time the CAD was down, so the arrest record isn't there. But for
Yeah.
instance, if it was a pretty naff record, 3 months
Somehow
ago,
I either
we'll
ordered
definitely help
something
with
or
his
sent
detail to
something,
re-jog
and
your
I don't know
memory.
where it came from, and somebody's a
What
little
I'm trying to say
upset
is
with
make
me
sure you're
about
covering
it.
yourself.
So
Because I
it's pretty
can't take
cool, it's a felt
responsibility
tip
for you
pen,
doing
but
an
again, I
arrest
don't know where
record.
it came from.
And if it does fall on you, unfortunately, if we can't help you, you'll be the one paying the fine. Because we can't,
I
if it's
got
your
you.
fault, we can't just keep chucking out money. Obviously, if it's not your fault, but we still lose, we'll pay. But we can't just keep chucking out money for things you're doing wrong. So please try and make them as detailed as possible. I understand sometimes the scene's going to be a 5-minute quick thing and it's going to be a sentence. Fine. But big scenes where they are not that happy and it could go to court, or it's a big charge, or something where you think actually, you know, it could have gone a little bit differently, could have gone a little bit better. Definitely put detail in to protect yourself. Especially when I pull it up and send it to the DA, I don't want to embarrass myself sending in one-word answers for a huge arrest.
How about now? Is it still quiet?
He was going to come in the meeting today, but there wasn't enough time to schedule a date, so I'm just telling you here myself, but he will be on your case for that. And then we have Aaron Daniels just adding stuff. So, we've got murder of Elio to be added to the crimes. Oh, yeah. He's not here. Because that's the charge, so I don't quite know what he means there.
It's not a charge though.
Is it not?
There's no murder of an
You
Elio.
funny.
Yeah, that was moved.
It was removed.
I think there was a couple charges that have been removed which need to be added back.
No one else clock in, but I'm just going to quickly clock in one sec.
Someone just said then the charge is attempted murder, not murder. So the murder one needs to be
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We can get that sorted. The judge literally just emailed me now. I'm meeting with him today, so I can get that sorted. Let me just reply to him quick.
My thing is he kind of needs to change that a little bit because attempted murder of an
It
Elio. You know what I'm saying?
Attempted is, yeah, what should be
Yeah.
murder, and
I-
yeah, no.
I went to toe to
We
toe
should-
with
well,
a
we should- no, we
lawyer
should
in
have
the
two.
city about that.
I mean, considering that we lost an officer yesterday and we're in the investigation for it, they'd get murder earlier. That would
Yeah,
be life
that-
in prison.
Yeah, that would be first degree murder of Elio. Then we'll probably have another charge. Depends what the judge decides, but we'll probably have another charge of just murder of Elio, which will be they go to hospital, and then attempted murder will be you hit them a couple
How's that?
times, or you try and kill them,
And
but
they
you don't
didn't go
actually
down,
send them
yeah.
to hospital.
Yeah, it just needs to go back to what it were. Where
Yeah.
attempted is for anything. Attempted is if you shoot at someone and then trying to kill them, it's attempted. If you shoot at someone and they go down to the point where they need medical attention, whether that be DOA or hospital, that's murder. It shouldn't change depending if they're DOA or not.
Yeah, so I'm sorting with that. I'm meeting with him directly after this meeting, so we'll get that sorted. Go on, Isaiah.
So if we go down, is that going to be starting now, or is that going to be when you say?
It will be when I say, but it will be today
Heck
because
yeah.
it needs to get changed in the document first. But I'm sorting it out today, so
10.
Not
Oh,
straight
you're
away
fine.
when you clock on after this. You'll probably be in like an
How do you
hour
like
or
my
so.
new position? I'm now a
That's cool.
supervisor.
So we have, and then add a mutilation charge. That's fine because I know we've had some people go around the city. You all may have met them, selling organs.
Overdue.
Lovely
Oh
people.
yeah, that was the scene with the Joe.
We also
Yeah,
need
The one who works with his paramedic. He harvests one of Mark Clean's kidneys.
Oh,
and
that's
leave a
lovely.
scar. It was pretty fun.
nice.
It was a cool scene.
we also need like what's it called? Like when you're out in public like
Yeah, nice one.
you know when they get
Public,
like
yeah.
stripped,
that's
when they strip in public. What's it called? That's it. Or like in between stuff in public.
And we need domestic abuse charge.
A domestic
And
abuse has
animal
already been
abuse.
put on there,
Okay.
yeah. So the charges that are going to be added, we don't know. They should all be in these topics. We have domestic abuse charge, repeat offender charge. So that's just going to be a certain charge that you can keep giving repeat offenders, and it's just going to have a little bit of time. The assault of Elio charge, assault of Elio weapon, simulation of Robinson, murder of Elio, and then we'll do the little change around the definitions of the murder. And I think that is everything. Oh, aiding and abetting will come back in. It is on your MBT, but it's not actually in the documents that'll come back. So public indecency and animal abuse.
So that's for when people strip. Is there a different one?
You could also do that.
Yeah, and then animal abuse is because if we ever have canines out and someone like
So Paco is it's just been posted. Advancements of SK and SK between the I have not heard of people using the title. That is happening. They should have a very valid reason.
I think they came back and I have to find a ride along because, or a few of us have to find it because it was a pretty hectic night. And we couldn't secure their safety.
I obviously wasn't there, so I can't judge on that. I would always try and get them in, but again, you know, you're on the scene, so you
I
know.
mean, well, we had cops dying, so I didn't think we wanted
You guys
ride
have
alongs
ever-
dying too.
We're just gonna start smoking it.
We need to make a document for ride along. Like,
She definitely wants the hype train.
What's that, sorry?
So we need to make an actual. We need to make like an actual document for ride along. Right now,
For what? I don't get any video.
what are you on about?
civilian ride along. Because some officers do civilian ride along.
Oh, civilian ride along.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay. Right.
He said,
I
he
don't
said
know.
it 5 times.
Okay, I didn't hear him. Yeah, I guess we can get that. So I don't really see many civilian ride-alongs, but let's see if you want to do.
What would you fill out? It's just a.
Just, so the officers know who they have to ask.
Oh, you mean like who can do it? Like, oh, right, okay.
And also, like, situations, like, if it's too hectic, you probably don't want to sit in the car if cops are being shot down.
Yeah, it's kind of just. I think officer and above can do them. They've got to make sure they have no weapons on them. They've got to have a bulletproof vest on. And if it's a busy night, it's no. If it's a quiet night, yes, really.
So that the civilian also needs to know that they can't help in any way. Well,
Yeah, they've got to stay in the vehicle all times. Yeah.
They can come down in the cells.
It is also in the SOP, so you've been caught lacking there. Ride-alongs have to go through background checks approved by the supervisor. Once approved, an officer will conduct a ride-along. All ride-alongs will be searched for any firearms and illegal items. They'll then be searched on the CAD system for a criminal record. They will not have access to their belongings during the ride-along. So it is in the SOP. Moving on.
hype train for sure.
And then have one with Paco. I can't tell you if that's Paco over there. Can I always get Paco? Yeah, it is Paco. You can get your final email, you can do that with Randall to become a probationary. He's going to go through that with you after this. So just we'll just sit here till past, just a couple more minutes. If anyone has any questions now, any questions, ask now. You want final week, straight up. Other than that, congratulations everyone. And thanks to everyone this week. It's been a good week. Anyone complaining about any cars?
Yeah, we need
R35 needs to be taken out of I love it, but the
that car is scheduled. It's on the timeline.
What is the remake?
The Evo's also, I think.
Not
No,
my
it's still-
cracked car.
It's still Lancers.
It's the Lance Revolution 10.
Right.
I don't know
Shut
cars.
So
another one.
Go back to your scooter and
I'm not. If you said my name, I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't hear you at the moment.
Not his Evo, it's Aston Martin. Yeah.
Oh, I've opened up a rabbit hole now.
Crap.
Oh, I
Yeah,
shouldn't
this
even
is
have
what-
mentioned cars.
You have to complain. We're complaining.
The city doesn't have them, so
when criminals get things before.
no, the city doesn't have them, so I can't give them. So I would be giving you thin air.
Hey, Goodman, put flashlights in the city.
Let's quickly go through
What was that? Hang on, I missed that. What was that about?
Everyone sit down.
Aaron Daniels said the Tahoe needs better handling and speed.
Yeah.
I mean, the Tahoe's like a 5,000-pound vehicle.
Still a ball.
Yeah, but if we
It
go
should be a
off-road,
boat. We shouldn't be taking the Tahoe off-road. Just because it's an SUV doesn't mean it's an off-road vehicle.
That's the crime to take them fucking truck off-road.
I actually got confirmation that Trackhawks can go. Yeah, I was under the same assumption that it
I would argue. No, so I would argue a Trackhawk could not go off. Only vehicles I should kind of know are like the F-250, like the Ford F-250s, the no, I'd argue the Explorer at times. No, I'd say that's a bit like a Tahoe. They should stick to the climbing hills, like actual roads, should be for the trucks. What was that?
I said, isn't a Tahoe considered an off-road?
Yeah, but
I
it's not a
wouldn't say
mountain
you could
climber.
climb a hill.
Off-road to the extent. I've also got my experience. I would say your cars that are like four-wheel drive that aren't trucks, definitely all off-road terrain, can go over like grass and small
I hope you
hills.
get your train
pathing.
someday. I
Yeah,
promise
your
you will.
vertical mountains are your F-250s and the Ram that we've got, the
Ram, yeah.
big long wheelbase trucks. And unfortunately, criminals are going to take G-wagons, etc., up vertical cliffs, and it's just going to be a little slap in the
Why
face
hazard?
because there's nothing we can do. But we stick to our rules, and hopefully everyone else will follow.
Yeah, the highest, the highest I'd say the Explorers and Tahoes, the SUVs can go is like
Hey, that Ram goes
like
160.
small grass hills, like near Mirror Park. For
Oh, I don't think
example,
they
them,
complain about the
tiny
speed
grass
of that.
hills,
John.
What about
like
dirt
them.
roads?
Yeah,
I
they
think
can
it
go on
goes
dirt
160 down, but I don't know how
roads.
fast it gets there.
But when it goes to actual off road,
It's pretty good.
I'd say like near
don't
Mirror
agree.
Park, them small grass hills, they could go on them. But if you're going up like north near like Mount Chiliad and Humane Labs, then them hills, you can't go up there. Like no way.
But like Aaron said in meeting topics, if we can just have a quick look at the Tahoe handling speed, because I don't know, I don't drive it, but it might need a look at. Motorcycles being taken off road 10A. Paco, we have one off road motorbike and one on road. So yeah,
I
they'll
was just
be-
saying that criminals are using them to go off road.
Yeah,
I
we've,
know,
we've been
it's-
dealing with that forever, man. We're trying.
It's not that. It's
We've
just the
been dealing
bikes in
with that since
general
the
we're dealing
beginning.
with. Like I said last week, and I'll say it again this week. If you can, during negotiations, wean out letting them use bikes, saying, "Go call your own vehicle, and we'll take this bike away from you." And that's hostages. Like, try and push them away from using bikes, make it as painful as possible for them, so they won't even bother with the hassle. It's not even worth it. Because it's not fun. Well, it's fun for them. They get away in 10 seconds, but not fun for us.
He was
Aaron.
the one, yeah.
Oh, just saying, it drives like a Suburban.
He
not a
did, for
Tahoe.
sure.
He drives. Okay. Yeah. John, can I go on? Try and look at the Tahoe. I'm sorry.
Tahoe and Suburban are pretty same.
Paco, let's
One
not go
second.
into another rabbit hole. Paco, Sheriff Department opening. I'm so glad Dee's not here. Soon. I hope so soon. I really do hope so.
Turn my
soon.
back to you.
But it would be state troopers because they would be in city and up north, whereas sheriff would mainly be up north, but state can have a good flex. So if it was another department opening up, it would be state. And fingers crossed, I'm hoping so soon. I would really like another department. Take a little weight off some people's shoulders. Marco, is there a way around costs so you can get an actual offer of vehicle? Yeah, I don't mind. Again, it will have to be more of a discussion than just me saying yeah and no. Because I do get it, if it's just a bunch of officers on, you're going to have no chance getting an off-road vehicle. I don't mind. What's the worst vehicle? I know it's harsh giving people worst vehicles, that's how it works. What's the worst vehicle? The 250?
I
or
thought
The
they had-
Ram, the
They
Ram
don't,
right
they
now
don't
is
have
the
an
worst.
off-road?
Well, I've always considered your 4x4s to also kind of go off-road, so that's my fault. But if we are sticking it to where four-wheels can't, well, Suburbans can't really go up mountains, which is fair enough, I don't think they have
If
a
my
truck.
Corvette can't go on a dirt road, they can't go.
Sure. We'll probably let.
Now we're being petty.
We'll have a look at that. We'll let F. Is it the F-150 or 250 we have?
250.
I miss
We'll-
the old truck.
We'll probably
Yeah.
let the 250 become a officer vehicle, but again, just wait for that to be updated. What I do want to mention is you'll all be happy to know the illegal items and quantities have all been updated. Again, it's very rough. It would be a 100-page document if I did every single item, and you wouldn't read it, and it's too much information to take in. It's a very rough guide, and it's more for the recruits and probationaries. So look at it. I know you might think, well, this is enough. I already know this. But there you go. You pretty much know it all then if you already know that. That's pretty much just saying the basics that we would take after an arrest, pretty much. It doesn't go into the nitty-gritty. We've missed over days, and I'm really sorry. What events do you have in mind?
I don't
Or
know.
is that just generalised, like, we could hold events?
Yeah, like, we could all think of something. I don't know, maybe like a barbecue.
Go
Get
kart.
local
Oh yeah,
businesses
barbecue.
Within
Go-karts in
PD,
now.
all
Oh,
public and
go-karts
PD.
is cool.
New go-karts?
So
I wanna
all
see
the
go-karts.
PD would
No, just for
clock in and
PD,
go-
Luke.
So all PD would clock in and go go kart.
No, like for the community, so that we can, you know,
Nice and cat.
So it'll be PD
Kinda-
and community.
yeah, that'll be cool.
Okay. We can look at
And-
that. I don't mind
and-
the go-kart idea on the weekend. or
And
something,
then we
crash
get shot.
Yeah.
out. They all
Because we
complain and
beat
call
them
us
in go-kart.
pigs.
Yeah, remember, boys. if
Piss
that
the
happens-
cesspool, piss the cesspool.
We have to have faith in our community.
Yeah,
Oh,
every
God,
time I had
that's not
faith,
allowed.
No
every
faith.
time I had
No
faith
faith
at
in
a traffic stop, I get shot in the fucking face.
No, Daisy, though, it's a good shout. We'll, since go-karts are in, be rude not to. We'll try and get someone sorted with that.
That means you have to
Um,
leave all your equipment inside the car, inside the garage. You can't
Yeah,
take
no
it with you.
weapons.
That means we,
No
that
one-
means,
And
that
then
means
we
we
get shot
die
in
on
the
site.
face.
Yep.
if no one has anything else to add, one thing Luke missed is the 10 chords document
Yeah.
has been updated. And from now on, we had a discussion in supervisor chat. We want everyone to start using chords for like pretty much everything. The only time you should really be saying something is if there isn't a chord for it. So if possible, can everyone try and get the chords up during patrol?
By the way, I do realise that this is going to be a thing that's going to take a couple of months. It's going to take me ages to know these.
You got
It's
1
more
week
of
or you're
just-
fired.
It's more of just not a pressure to every single word be a code yet. It's more of just a progression. If you have another pair of eyes, can you just keep it open? Keep referring back to on your free time when you just sat there driving around. Try and just pick 5 out that you want to use that shift and try and use them. And the moment other people start using them, that will force you to then go, oh, actually, what is that? Fingers crossed we'll have a force that knows all of them. Well, not all of them, there's 99, but knows most of them. And we can be using the ones that matter. I've also updated the common cause bit, like Rango rightly said. So for recruits and probationaries, your basic ones that you should know are in the common cause bit. But there are some really good codes that we could use, like requesting supervisors. That's a code. So yeah, try and start using them, please. I think we have discussed everything. So in that case,
Well, actually, I got something. To say.
oh, go on, John.
What do you? Oh.
I'm sorry. Go on, John.
So
I can't take you seriously looking like that. I'm
I
sorry.
may be going undercover soon, and I may be doing stuff in some sort of gangs. Which means, you know, if these gangs decide to shoot you guys, I'm gonna shoot around you. You might have to take me out. That's okay. You gotta do it. Okay.
No,
Oh,
I don't like your
I
optimism
won't
there.
hesitate, sir.
That sounds like you wanted to take him out, Daisy. You got a little bit of resentment.
I'm
Wait.
not
Waiting.
gonna use
So you want us
Oh,
to
God.
shoot at you and
Not
We
words.
shoot
down
John
you? Gotcha.
first.
No problem, John.
I'm gonna leave that
send
out
me
of the
to
meeting
jail.
notes.
Yeah.
Tenfold.
What, you wanna go in jail?
You're gonna send me to jail.
Just to make it look real?
Yep.
Right,
I
obviously-
would say he
And
put
then
on jail.
you're gonna sit there?
Yep. I'm gonna be in jail trying to get some information.
He just wants to get
That might
free
be a good
time.
idea. I hear
What do you need
people
free
can-
time, huh?
He wants to get free paychecks
You want me to
in
do it now?
jail.
I need to get some
So
training.
you
in.
join. So you
I
join in
mean,
gangs. And
I
going
hear
undercover.
people can acquire things in jail, and I
in
think
here?
it's quite
But
good
John,
if we
be
had
careful
someone
because
in there.
there's
Prison
there
pockets
are
can get
life
very
issues there,
loose.
remember.
Hello?
Durant days, yeah. Fuck the
And
Durant.
you won't have a gun. to
Luke, do you want me to put that in meeting topics? That he's joining gangs and going undercover.
It-
Hello?
Just put.
Hello?
Hello.
Please give us a minute.